Guys, so I just did my makeup, I just did my, my natural versus made up video, and I thought I did a pretty good job with my makeup and everything. It's pretty late, so, I just wanted to do this really quick video. I really, want to, kind of explain myself. Like, you guys all have your own stories, like what you do, what you want to be when you're older. So I thought I would do this video because I kind of felt like I needed to share. I wanted to share more with you guys. Like, I trust you enough that, like, I mean, I'm not giving out personal information or anything, but I really think that you guys, like, care. Like, you guys don't, like, feel like, ooh, oh my gosh, she's such a cool YouTuber. You really, like my videos and watch them, and you don't just look at the title and think, oh my gosh, that video is going to be so stupid. You, like, really take the time and consider watching my videos. So I'm so thankful for that, and I really thought I would just do this video for fun. So it's not really all about myself. It's like my dream and what I want to do. So yeah. So if you look at my room, you see horses everywhere on the wall. There's stickers everywhere. I even have, behind my computer, I have a horse statue, and a lot of horse-related things. So if you guys don't know, I love horses. I train. I've been with horses for about 3 years, going on the 4th, I think. I would love to train horses when I'm older. I want to be a trainer. I want to train kids how to ride. I want to teach kids. Yes, so I want to be an instructor, and I want to be a famous horse person thingy. So yeah, guys, I really love horses, and that is like a true meaning in my heart. Like, that's like my dream, because like I love horses, and I would rather have a horse. Like, I care so much about horses that, like, it's not even funny. I mean, like, you could, like, look at me and, like, if you really knew me in real, like, you would look at me and, like, think of an image, and you would see horses, because, like, when you walk into my room, all you see everywhere is horses. And I just really wanted to share it with you guys, so here, let me give my horse story. Okay, so here is my horse story. So when I was a kid, I was really scared of horses, which is kind of ironic. But when I was about 5 years old, we moved here, and I didn't really know Lily at the time, because I kind of focused on other things. Like, I was young and I really didn't care about things. But we moved here when I was a baby. Ladybug, where are you going? Come on. No, you're staying here. Now, sorry, that was my dog. But, yeah, I really didn't yeah. So, and I, was really scared of horses. So around the year I was 5 years old, and we went to a fair, and I saw ponies, and I was like, ooh, Mommy, can I ride one? And she was like, sure. She had the past of her mom and her sister and her brother lived on a farm, so, they had horses, and she never really got to ride, and then she got to ride and learn how to ride, and then she kind of, they moved, and everything moved on, and she really didn't have the time, and she also got allergic to horses. And her sister and her brother had their own horses, which she really loved horses, so she was kind of jealous, you know. And so I was about 5, and I wanted to ride the pony, and she said yes. So she kind of, at first, she kind of knew that I would be a cowgirl at first, but like kind of she felt the feeling. And you know, I got on the pony, and they started riding, and I was like, I started crying, and I was like, Mom, help me, get me off. And I started crying, and I was like, no, I don't want to do this. And I started crying, so I kind of ignored horses. Like, I always loved horses, and I always wanted one. Ever since I got off that pony, I was like, I love horses, but, you know, yeah. So, a few years later, when I was about 7, I think, 7, I started riding again, and we found this Christian youth camp thing. It's actually in Falcon, and we do not live in Falcon, but you know, it wasn't far away, so we drove there every time we could schedule something. And for the summer, I rode and, you know, had fun. I rode this old horse named Misty. Still remember her. That was about my first year of riding, like really riding. And I remember I only wanted to walk. I never wanted to learn, like, you know, cantering or galloping or trotting or jumping or anything like that. I was trained in Western because, you know, there weren't many English places around there. But I was trained Western, and I do Western now. I love it. Western is the best. Go Western! But, you know, I always was kind of scared when I got up on the horse. I was kind of always nervous that I was gonna, you know, fall off. That's the one thing I always was scared of. And then I finally trotted once. It was the slowest trot ever. But, you know, I learned on Misty, and I learned how to tack her up, learned how to feed her, I learned how to brush her, groom her, pick her hooves, you know, all that handy-dandy stuff that you needed to learn. And, you know, sometimes we would go outside in the big pen. They had a huge indoor arena, so I always usually rode in there, and it was fun. But the one thing I kind of like, you know, always was always scared. Whenever I got on the horse, I always thought I was gonna fall off, and like I was so nervous. I don't know why, but like I was really nervous. And then the next day, I remember one day we came out to the ranch, and I saw this this quarter horse. She was new, but someone had contracted her. And at the time, I really didn't think about buying a horse, or, you know, I didn't really think I was mature enough. I always knew that I could do it. I always knew I could get up to that level, like, of responsibility, and, you know, go out every day, feed, water, groom, tack up, you ride. You do all the work. You do all the chores. You don't ask. You don't sit around on your butt and slack off thinking, it's a horse. Who cares? Just a horse. It's not like it's an animal. It's just a piece of chocolate. No, that's not how it is. You go out there. You clean. You muck every day. You feed. You water. You groom. Pick their hooves. You know, anyways, so one day I came out and I saw Coco, and it's funny because it's been a while, you know, since I've seen her, because you know, she's still there. I was on their website a few days ago, and she's still there. I don't know why, because I always thought she was a leasing horse. I always thought I wanted to ride her, but I couldn't because she was green. She was green. And so I always, once I knew about buying, I wanted to buy her She was so beautiful. I wanted to train her. I wanted to do everything with her. But my parents couldn't afford it, and we lived in the city. We still do live in the city, but we're trying to move, and we're trying to buy a horse for me. But that didn't happen, so, kind of forgot about the buying whole thing, and I just kept on with my riding, and, so the second year of riding, no, we didn't even go for a year. About the end of the year, we kind of stopped. We didn't really stop, but we went up to this other Christian youth camp. It's not really a youth camp, but, her name's Sharon. If you're watching this, cool. But, she, and then Mardine, Mardine was my instructor sort of thing, I guess. But, I learned a few things. We studied stuff, and I had a horse, Zoe. I always felt like she was mine because we had a certain bond. It was like a really close bond, and I always felt like she was mine because whenever I was with her, I just felt this joy. So yeah, we went there for a while, about another year, and we actually quit in the winter, and my mom is working there now in the spring, I think. And yeah, but I really thought I really wanted to get serious, I really didn't want to slack off anymore. I really wanted to get serious with horses because I knew that someday that could be useful, and I want to do something with my life. I don't want to sit around playing video games all day. I just want to do something with my life. And I felt like I really wasn't learning much. Like, we were still going to Larry, then we quit, and I'm sorry, Larry, about your wife. I am. But we stopped going there, and then we stopped going to the ranch, the other ranch, Sharon's ranch, Sun and Rain's ranch. We stopped going there, and we kind of stopped for a while until we found the ranch I'm going to now, the barn I'm going to now. And so I am currently going there now, and so I started out riding Shadow. She was my favorite, and her name was Shadow, and she was a quarter horse. And I still did Western, even though this was mostly an English barn. You got to choose, and she knows a bunch about Western too, so that was really helpful. And I always thought that I was learning so much there. I learned how to trot and get it done. Get it done. You're not just gonna, woohoo, riding, ooh, so fun. No, you go out there, you take that horse, you groom it, you feed it, you water it, you pick the hooves, you put that bridle on, you put that saddle pad on, you put that saddle on, and you go out there and work hard. You don't go out there expect the horse to do everything for you. That's not how it works. People think the horses are animals. They deserve to be treated respectfully like us. And people are all like, oh, I'm doing all the work. So hard. People, the horses are doing the work. Horses, they get slaughtered. And we just sit around here and woohoo, everything's fine. No, not everything's fine. Animals get hurt for nothing. They don't even deserve it. And what happens? Boom, they're dead. Just because people are so dumb and they don't take it seriously. Yes, okay, I'm sorry that I'm getting upset here, but it's so ridiculous. I mean, people just, woohoo! Oh, horses are getting slaughtered. How fun. It's not fun. It's not even funny to joke about. Horses are like dying, and people just sit around watching TV. Ooh, cartoons. It's not funny. And like I get so, oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, sorry. So I rode Shadow for a while through the year. About around June or July, I came there one day and she wasn't there. So I was wondering, where'd she go? Where'd she go? Did she die? I was so sad. I tried not to cry so much when I was grooming down Sunny that it was like heartbreaking because I thought she died, and you know, I felt so horrible. I started crying, and I really don't want to think about it right now because she meant a lot to me. She meant a lot to me, and you know, she just disappeared. And so finally the one day my mom asked what happened to her, and she said she had sold her to someone. And immediately shocked on my face. I had a shock on my face, like, what? You're telling me that you sold this wonderful horse? There was just a feeling that, like, you know, broke my heart. Like, the time I rode, I felt so sad that I just wanted to burst out and bawl, because she was my favorite horse and I really cared about her. I'm sorry guys, I'm getting really emotional. But you know, I loved her. She felt like my horse, and she felt like she had this big, huge part of my heart, and she left. You know, I always kind of felt like, why? Why did she do that? I mean, what did she ever do to her wrong? I kind of learned that lesson that, you know, horses are gonna go. You're gonna put a bid on that horse and might not get accepted. You're just gonna have to deal with those things in life. So to those people out there that are going through very hard moments right now, losing your mom, losing your dad, losing your brother, losing your horse, losing your dog, losing your turtle even. We all know what it's like to lose something, but we're all gonna have to get over it. It's just a part of life. Look at me now, I am so happy. Even that she left, it turned out wonderful. I'm riding Sunny, I'm riding Cowboy, and it's so wonderful. I'm riding Patchy. Patchy's the new horse. They're all just wonderful. I mean, I got really sad when she left, and people out there who are watching, if you lost anyone, I know what it feels like, okay? I've lost my grandpa, my grandma, my other grandma. Wait, no, sorry. My other grandpa, and my grandma. And I lost my friend. And I lost Shadow. Who knows what I'm gonna lose next? I lost Arrow. She was my bunny rabbit. I cared so much about her. I mean, we didn't have a super huge bond, but, you know, I was really sad when she left. And, you know, it's hard for everyone, but if there's one piece of advice I can give you, you have to move on, or it's not gonna get better. So please, please take this into consideration. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped. Bye guys.